Are you trying to decide between Workiz, Housecall Pro, Jobber, now Autopilot? Let's dive in and see which one is best. If you want to skip to the meat and potatoes of the video, you can always just go here, but I suggest you guys just listen really quick because this offer is gonna be bananas. Bananas. You probably know by now that my software, Autopilot, is out for beta. We're gonna close down signups soon, and you're gonna have to wait until we're out of beta. Now, don't be scared of beta. It just means there's a few bugs here and there. It is a fully functional customer relationship management tool and field service management tool to run the operations of your business. Whether or not you're a veteran in the business or you are brand new and you want to get into this business, I promise you there will not be a better offer than this. If you sign up for Autopilot Beta at $50 a month, not only are you going to get access to the incredible CRM that we are building to compete with the big guys, you're going to get access to all of my resources. I am going to be doing bi-weekly coaching sessions inside of the community. There's going to be other teachers and speakers who are crushing it in the game once a month. You're going to get access to my 20-hour course. And also, you're going to get a 20-page website. That is a $2,000 value. And all you have to do is use Autopilot and go through the coaching for the next 6 months. This offer is going to expire soon. So if you guys want in, sign up now. You can download the app from the mobile store, Autopilot Home Services. You can click the link in the video description below to get access. You can also just go to autopilotapp.io. Use my invite code, Andrew Jedi. I'll get you everything you need to take this to the next level. I hope to see you on the inside, and I hope you're as excited as I am for this software. Let's jump into the video. I have been waiting years, years to do this video because I came up with the idea of doing this CRM 2 years ago, and we've been building it for the last year. Finally, we went into beta 2-3 months ago, been cleaning out the bugs, and it's going phenomenal. And maybe you don't know of Autopilot yet. Maybe you were just looking for a Workiz video, a Jobber video, a Housecall Pro video, and then you found this one. So I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as I possibly can. And we're gonna go through each platform. I'm gonna give you my thoughts, and let's just dive into this comparison so you guys can make a decision on Autopilot, Workiz, Housecall Pro, or Jobber, because I think we're the best. We're also a lot more affordable and you get a lot more bang for your buck. With that being said, guys, let's dive into the review/comparison. All right, guys, it's an exciting time because we are going to go through all 4 mobile apps. So I had to get accounts for all 4. We're going to start with Jobber. We're then going to go to Housecall Pro, and then we're going to go to Workiz, and then we are going to go through Autopilot. So this is going to be a long video. And what I think we're gonna do, if you guys want to go watch the previous video, I'll put the thumbnail here of part 1 where I go through the web apps, and I'm gonna dive deeper into the web apps as well. But that video kind of goes over the web apps, and there's a lot more to dive into because it was very surface level. I'm gonna try to cover a little bit on here and just like go through schedule, dashboard, marking jobs completed, adding items, and creating invoices. Essentially the basics of what you need to run your business, and then we'll do another video later diving even deeper into these. But for now, we're going to cover the essentials. What I think we're going to do is just one app at a time. And if I feel like I need to hop around and show you and compare, I'll do that. But I'm going to try to focus on one at a time. So why don't we start with Jobber first, considering they are the biggest, the most popular. Let's get started. This is the Jobber dashboard. And, I'm not going to lie. It is very, it's very pretty. I think it's probably the best one out of all of them. However, I do like Autopilot a little bit more, and I'll explain why when we get there, but this is their dashboard, right? So you see your upcoming jobs. You see the job coming up. You can click on it right there. But what I want to actually see real quick is I want to add another job that we just got off the phone, or we're on the phone, and I put her on speaker. We're going to add a job. So you can see down here, there's a circle. I'm going to hit plus,
And it looks like they have requests, tasks, expenses, invoices, quotes, jobs. We're going to stay various essentials. We're going to only work with jobs, clients, and invoices for now. So let's just go to adding a job. We locked it in. It doesn't, I think quotes for them are estimates, which is really weird. I don't like that. We're going to add a new client because I want the address to be different. So we're going to do Andrew. Moving on. Okay, so here's the job title, instructions. Okay. Oh, definitely need to do the schedule. So let's do it for later today. Let's just say it's like going to be a 7 o'clock job. Okay, so 7 to 8 p.m. This is how we schedule the job. Arrival window, default. I always do it on Autopilot. I always do a default arrival window of 2 hours. It's just, you can always change it too, but let's just do 2 hours. That's just how I do. Okay, save, sure. I'm gonna hit save. Okay, so now we have added a job. So you can zoom in and zoom out. Here's the thing, guys. What I'm trying to explain right now is I can only zoom in and zoom out, but I can't move around the map. Okay, and actually I'm gonna go change this address to like a really far away. I can't like move around the map. I have to zoom out, and it's really hard. There we go. So I can't move them. I can only zoom in and out, if that makes sense. I can't move around, which is very strange, but it's fine, I guess. You can. And another thing I don't like about this is if you had 10 jobs on the schedule, you wouldn't know which job is first or second. You wouldn't know 1, 2. You wouldn't see your route. You would just see little pins everywhere. It's cool though. It is better than the other things that we're about to see. So let's go check out our schedule. So you can kind of zoom in like that. Let's do this. Zooms the map all the way over there. That's cool. I'll go to schedule. Okay, let's close one of these jobs out. I'm gonna go back to home. I'm gonna click on this. And as you can tell, I already added a line item. So if you wanted to add another line item, let's say we're gonna add a custom item because, you know, it's something that we don't have in our price book. We'll just do like a paint can or something. And we'll charge $20 for that paint can. So you can save it to your products. Like we call it a price book, but you can save that. So next, if you want to reuse it, let's just say they had 5 of those bad boys. Boom. Now, how do we mark complete visit? Okay, so let's say we want to complete it. The job is done. Close job and invoice now. Let's just do the invoice now so we can get through this process and just see how it works. Normally, you know, most of my junk removal clients, they don't need invoices. So I always just close the job. And if they ask for an invoice, I send it to them later. And I'd be collecting payment on site right now. So let's see how collect payment works with them. I guess you can it goes straight to the invoice for you. So that was the job. And then how did it get to the invoice? Okay, so here's this is the job, but the invoice, right, is either I'm stupid or I don't like that. So I have to I got to go search the actual client. Like it's, you know, imagine you have a bigger database. You wouldn't be able, I'd have to search the client, Andrew Thompson. And then you have to go to work. This is insane. I know a lot of people like Jobber, but I do not like this method at all. I guess it started this invoice right here. You can see it's a draft. I'm assuming this is the invoice. Yeah, it's got the little dollar sign. So I'm just going to go here. Wait till you get to like Autopilot. You'll see how we do it. This was pretty annoying, but let's just hit the send invoice. So that would, you know, send it by text, send it by email. Cool. You know, all of us platforms, of course, allow you to do the sending invoice and send it by text, send it by email. I'm not going to actually send it. I'm just showing you how to do it. But I do want to collect payment because that's kind of a very important process. So let's collect the payment. I'm going to hit this big button up here that says collect payment. You know, they paid the full amount. Cool. And we're going to select, let's just say they paid by cash. And we collect the payment. Done. We are paid. And that is the basics of creating a job, collecting payment from the customer, sending them an invoice. Yeah, so let's go back to our home screen. So this job has been completed. I'm going to refresh, pull down to, but trick, just so you guys know, you can always pull down to refresh on most applications. So like, maybe not on this screen, but on a lot of screens, you can pull down But anyways, okay, so job value, okay, $795, one visit. I'm gonna just hit the X on this discover. So that's kind of like what you see on Jobber. If you've noticed, there's no way to communicate with your customers on the base plan. You know, like you have to pay for I think it's $250, $350 a month to be able to text with your customers. And, you know, I will say Jobber is probably the prettiest of the apps. It's a little text heavy. There's a lot of text going on. I feel very overwhelmed sometimes. That's me personally. Of course, guys, I am going to be biased and everything, but this is, you know, I'm trying to build what I wanted. Jobber's definitely the cleaner of the apps, but I really don't like the user experience. I was really struggling here. Like, I do like Housecall Pros a little bit better once we get to it. We're going to do that one next. But that is for now what I wanted to show you, how Jobber works. Let's move on to Housecall Pro. So this is the Housecall Pro dashboard. Let me see what this needs attention is. Oh, so it's this means it's a job that has no schedule. So, okay, as you can see, there's the needs attention for unscheduled jobs. Get started, because I guess whatever, just ignore that. So normally your dashboard would be like this, right? And clock in, cool. Our open work, upcoming, invoices, jobs, scheduled. So honestly, I think I like this part. If I had to pick a dashboard, I still think I'd take this one over the Jobber one, even though it's uglier. This seems more efficient. It seems like, you know, I just got what money I've collected in my jobs. And so I think I like this one better, even though Jobber's prettier with the map. Let's check it out. Let's go close this job, and then let's add another job. Let's start by adding a job first. So I'm gonna hit the plus button up here and see job, invoice, estimate, event. I like that so much better. Job, customer. Okay, let's create a new customer so you can just see the whole process. Like, there's a lot of clicking in Housecall Pro. You're gonna see, like, now I gotta just watch how many clicks it takes to create a job. Click 1, click 2, click 3, click 4, click 5. So as you can see, we haven't even started the job process. It's frustrating. Andrew, testing. So you can see how many times, like, I'm still in the add customer, then I had to add an address. Like, it's not all on one screen, which then means you just have so many extra clicks to do. There is an upside to that, though. It just makes it a lot cleaner. Each screen is like separate. It doesn't feel overwhelming, but it's also annoying. We got our customer, right? Let's schedule it for 6 o'clock. Okay, I guess I have to change it down here. Let's do 6. Done. Okay, 6 to 8. Actually, I think it's only going to be a 1-hour job. Okay. And you can add your line items here, like what you're going to charge the customer. So add services. So there's a lot of clicking in this. We're going to create a custom service, full load, and we're going to charge $7.95 for this load. You can save it to your price book, which, sure, whatever, save. Categories required. If you do, interesting. Okay, cool. Now we got our full load. Now, we have not collected payment or anything. We're going to get to that. Let's just say it's from Google Ads and private notes. Gate code 123. So now I can finally hit save. And we have added a job to the schedule. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard and let's go to schedule really quick. So now you'll see we have 2 jobs. I really don't like how this looks. We're going to switch over to day view. This is a much better view to me personally. You can see the blocks of time. However, this is their default view, which is disgusting. So I do want to go back to the dashboard. Okay, so now we can see we have 1 job scheduled. I don't know why it's saying 1 when we have... Oh, maybe because this one's paid in full. Anyways, let's finish this job. Okay. And let's go to this next job here, the 6 o'clock one. And we're going to mark this job finished too. Okay. And that is how you finish the jobs. And I'm just going to go back to the dashboard really quick. Let's go to the schedule. and you'll see that this says it's due $7.95. So let me show you what that means. We have charged them like these line items is like their shopping cart basically, but we still need to collect payment. You can go down here. I guess no, you just hit the pay button at the top. Oh, and by the way, they do have this like cool little, on my way. All in all, I definitely like Housecall Pro's flow better than Jobber. Even though Jobber's prettier looking, the user experience is better in my opinion over here. So I'm gonna mark this job paid. Next, they paid with cash. Confirm. Payment successful. I'm gonna go back, blah, blah, blah. And we have 2 jobs that have been done and paid. So I'm gonna pull to refresh. I don't know why it's only showing 1 job is $7.95. I'm pretty sure both jobs we collected payment. Let me see. Paid in full. Okay, that's job number 1. Job number 2, paid in full. So I don't know what's going on there, but whatever. That is the process of, and this view sucks. Debut. Okay, that's how you do it, guys. And like, if you want to see your jobs for tomorrow, you do this, right? You go like that, or you can go to list view and you can kind of like, you can do this. Let's go through Workiz. Okay, so I'm liking the Workiz dashboard more than Housecall Pro, Jobber. You see your upcoming jobs, you see your sales, collected, jobs done. Okay, so yeah, I'm liking this dashboard. Let's actually just check out the schedule. I always like to check out the schedule. So they've got timeline and day. Back to the dashboard. Okay, so let's go and create a job. It looks like we got this yellow plus button down in the bottom right. I'm gonna hit the plus. Job lead invoice estimate client. Let's do job. All right, we are going to create a new client. So you see how everything's on this one page? On Housecall Pro, if you remember, we're clicking like 1,000 different things to like, it's quite annoying, right? So let's do Andrew Superman. I'm Superman. However, the search address, the address does take me to a new screen. It's not that big of a deal though. We'll save that address. Okay. Client address, job type. Let's just do junk removal. Ad source, Google, job description, gate code 123. Like this is job description, but this is kind of like private notes too. So I think this is just kind of like internal for you. No, nothing to do with Melanie. Who's Melanie? So blah, 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 blah. Let's do the start time, 6. So create job. Oh, email address required, test@gmail.com. Create job. So we have now created a job. So I do like this process better than Housecall Pro and Jobbers. I will say that. However, there's things that I like about Housecall Pro. So it's kind of one of those things. Now here we're inside the job and I'm going to just go back and check out the dashboard. So there's our jobs. Okay, 1, 2, and we'll go to our schedule. You can see, go to today. Yep, here's our jobs, our 1, 2 jobs. Here's timeline view. Go back. Let's just click this first job. So why don't we add some items and collect payment on this job? Send out an ETA. This is kind of like on my way. Let's start. Let's just, you can time how long it takes. I'm just going to mark this job done. So at the very bottom, okay, this will clock you out of this job. Yes. This client is not approved for billing. Okay, whatever. So you can see they actually separate it by these little tabs up here. I'm going to click finance and you'll see that I actually already added an item. I'm going to delete this so we can do this from scratch so you can see how it works. So watch, if we go back to, job details, finance, screw the invoice part right now. Let's just add an item, what we're going to charge them. This is your price book. Let's just add a new custom item. Full trailer load. Unit price, $7.95. Lots of stuff, full trailer. So you can put like a description. You can do this on all the platforms. Boom. So now what we're going to do is we are going to collect the payment. And what's really cool is like, look, you see if you add the item, if you go to view invoice, it automatically brings over the same items, of course. We want to collect the payment. That's kind of the most important part. And I wonder if you can collect payment on the details. Yeah, so you can either collect payment here, add payment, or back on details, you can hit the pay button, and the amount that they're paying is the full amount. See, I don't like this user experience at all. They chose cash. I'm going to choose cash, and then I'm going to submit the payment. We have now collected the payment. I don't need to send the receipt. I'll skip that. And there, we have finished one job. It is, says submitted. Let me go to the schedule. I thought I marked it done. Let's go try this again. Go back to this job. Mark it done. What did it say? You must assign a technician? It must be the other job that I marked done. Let's go to the other one. It still says submitted. Okay, let's try this one more time. Done. This client is not approved for billing. What is that? What does that even mean? Done. That's kind of annoying because let's just do done pending approval, whatever. Okay, so done pending approval. That's pretty annoying. Done pending approval. So we have now marked these two jobs done. Which one did we mark the job paid? There's a payment. So there's no payment on this one. Let's try this again. Add payment. I think we must have done it on the other one. Cash. Submit payment. No thanks. Okay. This is... Okay, so anyways, let's see. We have collected $2,190. So done pending. So we must have collected the $790. So look how there's a payment here, but there's no items. That's why the balance is negative. So let's add the item. Let's trailer load. I don't know what happened. I'm confused. I don't know. So, boom. So sales, we have $15.90 in sales. We have collected $21.90. Maybe there's another payment that we've collected on here, but the two jobs, $795. It's cool. I don't know if I'm biased, guys, but I think our user experience is like 1,000 times better than all of these. And we're about to finally go through Autopilot. Oh yeah, we got to show the invoice. Let's go here. If we wanted to send out an invoice, we go to finance. We have the items. Yep, the items there, the payments there. We're good. We will hit create invoice, and then we can send off the invoice through email, text. Okay, and that's that. Now, that is their dashboard, their calendar, how you send out an invoice, how you collect payment, how you add items to a job. And yeah, you'll notice that there is no map. I don't know what did I just log out? I just logged out, didn't I? Okay, anyways, that's fine. We're done. So you guys notice that there was no map on that. And there was no map on Housecall Pro. And the map that's on Jobber is very limited. So I'm excited to jump into finally Autopilot, guys, and tell me what you think and leave some comments down below once you see this. All right, guys, welcome to the Autopilot dashboard. What I really like about our dashboard is, like Housecall Pro, you can clock in and clock out, and you have your approved estimates, payments overdue, unread messages, and then of course your upcoming jobs. But it gets more exciting than this, guys. We actually have a second dashboard, which I just like to call analytics. This will show you everything at a glance for the day, yesterday, the week, the month, the year. You'll see how powerful this is. We're going to add some jobs, but nobody else is doing this. And like, I love this, like to me, these two screens are everything. So here's our upcoming jobs. But what we're going to do, guys, is the same that we've done with every other app so far, is let's create a job. Let's start with that, create a job. So I'm just going to hit this plus button down here. And you can see job, client, lead, invoice, estimate, message, right? So we're going to do job. We're going to schedule this job for, let's do 9 o'clock tonight. Okay. And let's just say it's a 1 hour job. Okay. Now, what's really cool is if you start typing in like Thompson, you'll see that it starts showing existing clients. So it's very easy. And you can do the last name, you can do the first name, right? And you could even do the phone number. Ignore that. I put in my phone number 100 times, but you can make sure you select the same client and you never mess up. So you can always select the correct client. However, we're going to create a new client. We're going to name this one Andrew Superman, and we'll just put a random number. And now let's do an address. Let's just pick a random address. Let's do Santa Monica Shore. Okay. Private notes, gate code, 123. I'm going to choose, this is Google Ad. And just so you know, these lead sources in settings, you can create as many job types and lead sources as you want. This is standard junk removal. And the send scheduled SMS button, guys, is it's going to send the customer a text saying that it's scheduled with all of the job details, the date, the time, and the arrival window. But sometimes if it's late at night, you might not want to send it, right? You don't want to like bother them 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock when you're adding jobs, if that's how you do it. So I'm going to hit create job. We now have a created job. Let's go back to the dashboard. So you'll see we have 3 upcoming jobs now. The reason why these say upcoming still, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, is because, you know, you run late to jobs. So we just haven't got to the job yet. That's why it still shows as an upcoming job. Before we go to the job details, why don't we go to the schedule and show you something I love that none of the other apps do. We have the standard list view that you guys saw. We also have the day view that you saw, that Housecall Pro has. But what we have that nobody else has, which is kind of weird, is the week view. So you can see your schedule for the week. So like if I want to add another job, or if I want to see my schedule throughout the week when I'm on a phone call, I can. I can literally tap in any of these squares. Like let's say 3 p.m. I'm going to tap 3 p.m. Thursday the 13th. Boom. Thursday the 13th, 3 p.m. And I can just assign this to, let's search Thompson. Look, another job for Thompson. Boom. That easy, you can schedule a job on WeekView. You can't do that on any of the other platforms. And something else really exciting is, you know how all the other platforms didn't have a map except for Jobber, and the Jobber's map was kind of meh? Check our map out. You literally can see the jobs. You can scroll, move around. You can get in there and see where it's at. There's your first, you see how we have number 1? So you know the order of your route and your jobs. Such common sense stuff that you would think that the other apps would have that they don't have. And that's just touching the surface, guys. But let's go into one of these jobs now, because that's kind of, you know, let's go add some items, collect a payment, send an invoice. I'm going to click the job at 4 o'clock at the top. Okay. We're going to add an item, which is, you can see we can finish it, we can pay it, we can add items. You can change your status to on my way, in progress, completed. If you do on my way, it'll send a text message to the customer. So if I just hit save, boom, updated, and it sent a text to the customer, we're on our way. I'm going to add some items, and I have a full truckload in the price book right here. Submit. Now, if you scroll down, you'll see that it's added $11.95. It's a full truckload. Now, you can add the items down here. You can add the payment down here. See the summary if we want to add. The summary is cool because you can add discounts and taxes, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to mark the pay button up here. We're going to pay. And this customer, we're going to pay for this full load of $11.95. Just going to keep going through this. He pays cash. Boom. Let's say the customer leaves a tip. You don't have to log tips, guys. But if you want to log your tips, you can track your tips. Because maybe you're curious of how much money you made in tips. Customer gives us a $100 cash tip. Maybe we want to log these tips and run reports later. Like maybe not necessarily for taxes, but just for your own personal, just knowing how many tips you made, just to see how well you're doing. We're going to mark this paid. Boom. Now we can also send a receipt. We can send it via text and email or text. Now I'm not going to send the receipt. The other platforms you can do one at a time. Ours you can do both at the same time. That is how you mark the job with you add the item and you mark it paid. Now that we've finished that out and collected payment, let's finish. I'm just going to hit the finish button and hit yes. It's going to text the customer. I got to hit save. It texts the customer asking for a review, and the job's been more completed. So we go back to our calendar. Look, it's grayed out. We now know it's done. Now we go back to the dashboard. Look, the 4 o'clock job is gone now. Now it's the 5 o'clock, the 9 o'clock, and the 3 o'clock one coming on the March 13th. It's no longer an upcoming job. Now watch, if we go to the analytics, this is where it gets really exciting. We can see our sales, jobs completed, new clients. We added a new client today. Our average job size, and where the leads are coming from, right? Google ads, junk removal. So just so you guys can see the power of this, let's just go close out these other jobs real quick. I'm just going to do this really fast. So if you look at the schedule now, guys, 2 jobs. We're going to complete this last one. And what we'll do is we'll mark this finished as well. But you always want to add your items, guys. Always add your items. We'll do another full load. We have finished all 3 jobs today. Now, if we go to the dashboard, you will see only 1 upcoming job. But if we go to analytics, guys, check it out. Look at that. 3 jobs completed, sales 3,185, average job size 1,067. Now we know our average job size, jobs completed, new clients. If we had a repeat customer, it would show the repeat customer. Let me actually go, just to show you guys something really quick. Let's go to the schedule. Let's say this was like a commercial clean out. Just gonna hit save. You guys go, and then let's do this one down here. We're gonna do this. Yeah, let's just keep it Yelp ad. We'll just make this junk removal again. Okay, so now, look guys, if we go back to the analytics, pull down, refresh, check this out. You'll see commercial clean out, junk removal. You see where our leads are coming from. We can see the job types. We can see where our leads are coming from. Imagine doing this over a period of a month or a year. It's so powerful, guys. Now, the last thing I need to show you guys that I didn't show you, let's say this last customer wants an invoice. I'm gonna just tap on this last customer. I'm gonna click these 3 dots up here, and I'm gonna hit create invoice. That's it. I'm gonna hit create invoice, add items, and boom, it brings over everything. The items and the payments. So we can literally just go the 3 dots again and hit send invoice, and boom, you send the invoice. And if you want to preview the invoice, you can just download it right here. Okay? So there, you can see the invoice right here. Boom, look at that. So professional, so clean, it shows that their payments were made. Like, look, their payments. It shows the items, all that stuff. It shows how much they paid, when blah, blah, blah. It shows everything, guys. Total paid, yada, yada, yada. Now, if they didn't make a payment, it would show that they owe money. So very beautiful, very beautiful. And that is the essentials or the basics of all these apps, guys. So as you can see, mine is 1,000 times better. Totally unbiased opinion, right? Just kidding. I'm obviously biased, but you have to admit, guys, that this is pretty. Oh, I showed you the map. I mean, let's go, guys. Come on. Let's be real here. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope that gives you an idea of all the apps compared to each other. And I will do a deeper dive and keep posting more series of me comparing all of the features of every app so you can truly see the differences. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Toodles.